In a dense, ancient forest, nestled high in the branches of a mighty banyan tree, lived a pair of sparrows. They had built a cozy nest, a tiny haven woven from twigs, leaves, and soft moss. Soon, the female sparrow laid a clutch of delicate, speckled eggs. Their hearts swelled with joy and anticipation, dreaming of the day their little ones would hatch. But their happiness was shadowed by a constant threat. A wicked black snake had made its home in a hollow at the base of the very same banyan tree. Every year, without fail, after the sparrows laid their eggs and just before the chicks were ready to fledge, the cruel snake would slither up the trunk. It would creep silently towards their nest and devour the helpless hatchlings. The sparrows were heartbroken. Time and again, they watched in horror, powerless to stop the predator. Their chirps of sorrow echoed through the forest, but the snake was relentless. This year, they were determined that things would be different. As the female sparrow sat on her new clutch of eggs, tears welled in her eyes. "Oh, my dear," she chirped to her mate, "that monstrous snake will return. It will take our babies again. We can't let this happen. We must find another tree, another home, far away from this danger." Her voice trembled with fear and despair. She felt the only solution was to flee, to abandon the home they had so lovingly built. But the male sparrow, though equally distressed, had a spark of defiance in his eyes. "My love," he said, his voice firm, "we cannot run forever. This is our home. We have lived here for so long. Fleeing won't solve the problem. It will only postpone the pain. No, we must stay and fight. We must find a way to defeat this menace once and for all." He refused to give up, believing there had to be a way to protect their family. His wife was skeptical. "Fight? How can we possibly fight that enormous snake? We are small and he is powerful. He will crush us in an instant." The male sparrow looked at his weeping partner and knew he had to give her hope. "I don't know how yet," he admitted, "but I will seek advice. There is a wise crab who lives by the river. He is my friend and is known for his cleverness. I will go to him and ask for his counsel." With a new sense of purpose, the male sparrow flew towards the river. He found his friend, the crab, sunning himself on a warm rock near the water's edge. The sparrow poured out his story, his voice filled with desperation. He described the snake's repeated cruelty and their unbearable grief. "Please, my wise friend," the sparrow pleaded, "you must help me. Is there any way, any trick, that can save my children from this terrible fate?" The crab listened patiently, his claws clicking thoughtfully. He was a creature of great intellect and had seen much of the world. After a long moment of silence, a clever glint appeared in his eyes. "There is a way," the crab said slowly, "but it is a plan filled with risk. It requires courage and precision. Are you brave enough to try?" The sparrow's heart pounded in his chest. "I will do anything," he chirped. "Anything to save my family? Then listen carefully." The crab began, outlining his ingenious plan. "The princess of this kingdom often comes to the nearby lake to bathe with her maids. As she bathes, she removes her jewelry, including a magnificent heavy pearl necklace, and places it on the shore. Your task is this: you must fly down, pick up the necklace in your beak, and make sure the princess's guards see you." The crab continued. "Fly slowly, just out of their reach, and lead them directly to your banyan tree. Once you are there, drop the necklace right into the snake's hollow. The guards, desperate to retrieve the princess's valuable necklace, will not hesitate. They will see the snake, and to get the necklace, they will surely deal with it." The sparrow was astounded. The plan was audacious, but it was also brilliant. It was their only hope. Filled with a mix of fear and excitement, the sparrow thanked his friend profusely and flew back to the nest to tell his wife. Though she was terrified by the risk, she saw the determination in her mate's eyes and agreed. The next day, they waited anxiously. Just as the crab had predicted, the princess and her attendants arrived at the lake. The princess removed her shimmering pearl necklace and laid it on a silk cloth by the water. This was his chance. Taking a deep breath, the male sparrow swooped down from the sky like a feathered arrow. He snatched the heavy necklace in his beak, the pearls clinking against each other. The maids shrieked in alarm, and the royal guards, seeing the audacious theft, immediately gave chase. "Catch that bird! Retrieve the princess's necklace!" their captain roared. The sparrow flew with all his might, the necklace weighing him down. He flew just high enough to be out of the guards' reach, leading them on a frantic chase through the forest. He could hear their shouts and the thud of their feet on the forest floor getting closer. His wings ached, but he thought of his precious eggs and flew on, straight towards the banyan tree. As he reached his home, he saw the wicked black snake peeking out of its hollow, drawn by the commotion. With perfect timing, the sparrow released his grip. The pearl necklace tumbled through the air and fell directly into the snake's dark lair. The guards arrived moments later, panting and angry. They spotted the necklace glinting from within the hollow. But they also saw the snake, now coiled defensively around the treasure, hissing and preparing to strike. The guards had their orders: retrieve the necklace at any cost. Without a second thought, they drew their sharp spears and long sticks. They jabbed and struck at the snake, which fought back furiously but was no match for the armed men. In a short, brutal struggle, the guards defeated the evil snake. They carefully retrieved the necklace and marched back to the palace, triumphant. High above in the bogo branch, the two sparrows watched, their hearts pounding with relief and joy. The tyrant who had brought them so much misery was gone forever. They had outsmarted their powerful enemy, not with strength, but with intelligence and courage. From that day on, the sparrows lived in peace. Their eggs hatched, and the nest was filled with the cheerful chirps of healthy, happy chicks. They grew up strong and safe, and every year, the sparrows raised a new family without fear. The story of the small bird who defeated a great snake became a legend in the forest, a timeless reminder that even the smallest among us can overcome the greatest challenges with a clever mind and a brave heart. Thanks for watching, and if you enjoyed this story, don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit the notification bell for more tales of wisdom and courage. See you next time.